Hey church, Pastor Chris here with another episode of Mutant Church. You know, someone told me that the last 2 weeks have felt like a year and a half. It's true. We're having to adapt to a lot of changes these days, and I just think about how different life is now than it was for you just 2 weeks ago. And the reality is, if you can't bend in a time like this, you're going to break. Last time I talked to you about the benefits of having a routine, of keeping to a pattern of doing certain things at certain times, and that it's purposeful, it's powerful, and it's helpful to you right now. And I hope you're doing that. But if you're going to get through this time, you're also going to have to learn to be flexible. You know, we're living with a brand new normal, and it looks like this is going to last a while. The experts are telling us that the likely effect of the measures that are being taken to flatten the curve of the spread of COVID-19 are also the kind of things that will extend that curve further out. What that means is this: get used to life like you've never known it before. And if you can't flex with the changes, then those changes could break you. You know, when Jesus came along, he didn't change God's plan, and he didn't tamper with God's truth, but he did operate in ways that seemed very out of the ordinary to the religious establishment of his day. One day, some religious leaders confronted Jesus, and they said, "Hey, Jesus, why aren't you doing things the way we've always done them?" And you know what Jesus said? This is from Matthew chapter 9. He said, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch will pull away from the garment, making the tear worse. Neither do people pour new wine into old wineskins. If they do, the skins will burst, and the wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined." You know, God sometimes does things in ways we don't expect. And if we insist that nothing ever changes, we end up in tatters, and we waste the opportunity of what God wants to do. In the middle of the crisis we're walking through globally right now, don't let that happen to you. Don't waste the opportunity for what God might want to do in your life or through your life during this time. You know, one of the biggest places that inflexibility shows up is in our everyday relationships. And right now is the time to stick to what's important, but to be incredibly flexible about everything else. So can I give you a little way that you can stretch? Here's an exercise you can put to work with the people that are closest to you. Ask them this question: what do you need from me right now? And then pause and really listen to what they're saying. And then do your very best to serve them. And watch as God helps you and as God fills you and enables you to adapt and to flex and experience something maybe you've never experienced before. Well, that's all for now. I'll talk to you again soon. I love you all so much.